Welcome to another quick review from Ultimate DIY, and today we are going to look at the Prunarbo Power Washer Gun Cannon Combo. All right, guys, this is an awesome little combo power washer gun cannon kit. It is going to be commercial grade up to 5,000 psi. Now, I love the fact that it is a short nozzle on the front, which means I can get down under and clean under wheel wells, places I cannot get with a longer gun. This is also quick connect. All you're going to do is pull back and this pulls off. Set your little cannon right there, which, by the way, the cannon is fully adjustable. I love that. A lot of them, like say the one that actually comes on this unit right here, is going to be a little bitty one, and it is non-adjustable. So what you get when you spray it is all you're going to get. This one I can change patterns and have a larger, wider spray pattern. They're also going to give you the nozzles. They give you actually 5 nozzles, which is awesome. They're going to give you red, yellow, green, white, and black. Red being my fine point for doing fine detail like around rims and things like that. They're going to give me yellow, which is a 15 wide, so it's a little bit wider, but going to still give a nice tight cleaning pattern. And the yellow I use a lot on preparing surfaces for like painting. If I'm fixing to paint, it's a great one for that. And also on boats, works very, very well on boats with a 15. A green is going to be my all-around. That's the one I use 90% of the time. And it is going to be great for doing driveways and sidewalks, siding, pretty much everything. And as far as white is going to be a 40 wide pattern. It's going to be a little gentler and a little bit larger pattern for maybe doing that rinse. And you want to get it rinsed off real quick if, say, either siding itself or on a car. And by the way, we are going to spray some of this on the car so you can see how well it works. Now, the very last one is going to be the black one. The black one is a 65 wide, and it's a soap dispensing one. Now, even though you have a cannon here, you can use things like this attachment and put it down inside of a big bucket of warm soapy water, and you can use the 60 on here and you can spray some soap. So that's a really nice feature. Now, this comes with the M22 15mm male coupling, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to take your hose off of this machine. Most of your electric machines are going to have that M22 15mm, and you're able to attach your gun, and those little couplings go right here. Now, if you're using something other than the M22 hose, then you may need to get a different coupling to make this work, but it's going to work on most of these. That's why I have both of these up here. Today we're going to go ahead and use this little unit right here, the Fontaine, and see how it works. It will also work on the Westinghouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some soap in this thing real quick, and we're going to test it out on the car and see how well it works. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to spray it down with one of the nozzles. We will probably just go ahead and start with the green, and I'll show you how I'm going to hook that up. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this green nozzle and we're just simply going to place it just like that. Now, there's one thing I want to point out. Since this is very short, it's going to be tempting to put your hands in front of it and clean your hands. Do not do that. It will cut you. You know, that's the one advantage to a longer line, is it's out further away from you. You're going to reach to have to get to it. Maybe you'll think a little more. Just do not think you can do this lightly and try to rinse your hands. Bad idea. Don't do that. But this is going to allow you to get up underneath things and clean it. And the other thing, if you're not used to power washers, make sure you do not turn on your pump unless you have water to it. So I'm going to move all the table out of the way. We're going to go ahead and set up some soap, and we're going to try cleaning a car. So let's do that. So all you're going to do, guys, is you're going to pour some of your soap in and put water, screw the top back on, and where you're just going to simply hook it up. So I'm going to do that. Get a little soap in there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to step out of the frame for just a second and put some water out of the tap so I do not have to undo my hose, since I already have it up and ready to go. All right, guys, so we have the actual soap inside of the soap cannon. We have water pressure to the pump, and we have power. I'm fixing to flip it on. I will tell you, I've got a little bit of a leak here because I did not use any Teflon. When you're going to put these on, you're going to want to use a little Teflon tape to stop any water from running out. Otherwise, your pump is going to run non-stop. So I've already kind of experimented, but we're going to wet everything down. I'm going to show you what the pattern looks like, how easy it is to get up underneath the wheel wells. Then we are going to soap it, and then we're going to rinse it. So let's do that. And by the way, when you soap it, let it set for about 5 minutes after you soap it, and let it, kind of sink in, and then go and wipe it down with a nice cloth, and that will actually make it look really great. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now we're just simply going to pull out the end, and we are going to plug the cannon in on the quick connect. Now you can adjust how much soap you're putting out with the top, and you can adjust your pattern with the red little adjuster on the front. So we're going to play with it and see how it works.
Let's go get snowed in. Let's go get snowed in. How wrong could that be? Being snowed in somewhere, you and me.
So there we go, right there, guys. Gonna disconnect it. We're gonna put our green tip back. We're gonna let it set for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna scrub it down, and then we're gonna rinse it. Okay, so after your 5 minutes is up, use a nice rag. You can also use a big nylon brush, guys, and just kind of wipe it down. Just like that. That's good. And it looks good. All right, now once you've wiped it down, make sure your water pressure is back on, power on, and we are going to rinse it real quick. All right, guys, so one final test. We're going to go ahead and test this on the concrete just to see the stripping power of the different fittings. So let's go ahead and start with the red, and it's going to make just a fine point. So you can see that one. Now let's do green, which is the one that I use the most. Pretty good job there. Now we are going to switch to the yellow, which is going to be a little bit wider, but yellow usually does a pretty good job on concrete. Very good job. All right, now we are going to go ahead and try our white. This is usually the one I use more for just kind of cleaning off, taking the soap and scum off. You see, now you can see it still does, but it leaves a lot of the black. It is not quite as strong as the others. Now this black one is for the soap, so it should not take much of anything off. We're going to go ahead and jump to here and see what it does. And see, nothing. That is just for applying soap. So the black really does not do a whole lot. So there you go, guys. If I was going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give it 5 stars because it's excellent. I love the fact I can get in tight spots. I love the fact they give you an excellent cannon with a big capacity here. I love the fact I can adjust the spray in the front and the volume from the top. I love the quick connects. I love the fact that they thought about you and gave you connections to help you attach this to different power washers. Like I said, to stop this little drip, be sure that you use Teflon tape and you'll stop that drip and your pump will be able to actually shut off. So do yourself a favor, pick yourself up one today. I don't think you'll regret it. We'll see you guys on the next one.